Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Well, it is exciting day because I've got my brand new Maker's Flock box to go into. So this is the July box. It's only the 8th of July today, so I love this. It's a little clue just peeking out of the box. I have actually seen roughly what's in there because they don't kind of keep it a surprise what's in the boxes, so I'm very excited. It looks like a really fun one and will work really well with the little project I had in mind as well. Double helpings today because I've also still got my Maker's Flock from last time. Let me go to the desk and show you a minute. This was my Maker's Flock box from last time and I haven't had time to use it. There was also this. And it was all about wire wrapping. I have watched the tutorial. Well, it's the Maker's Flock gathering and it includes a tutorial. And it was all about wire wrapping. Lots and lots of really useful hints and tips from Steffi, who is a master felter. So, I should say, in case you aren't aware, the Makers are a UK-based company supplying all things wool felting. All of the kits and things are created by Steffi herself, Steffi Stern, the founder of the company. They're a lovely company, very eco-friendly, which I love, very nature-inspired, which I love, and just a very, very lovely, friendly company to deal with. I've been very lucky to be given a year's membership to the Maker's Flock. So they do 2 monthly subscriptions. One is the main Maker's box. I have had a couple of those. I've had 3 of those now. You get a big hefty box and you make a sizable project. I'm not exaggerating, and they really are. They're quite big projects, usually 3D. And then there's the Maker's Flock box. Now this works out under a tenner a month. They do post to anywhere in the world, and you just get little tasters. They call them Try Me projects. Try Me products, but in fact they're quite a substantial amount of goodies you get in here. Now this time the tutorial was all about making little Christmas decorations, hanging decorations, and it might sound daft, Christmas in June, but if you are crafting for Christmas you do need to get started a good 6 months ahead of time. So, but having said that, I didn't really fancy doing Christmas things, so what I've done is I've added a bit more to it. I'm going to keep these lovely paper covered wires to try with some mice and birds, other things I want to have a go at. I've dug out these green pipe cleaners that I had in my stash. They might have come in a lucky dip bag from the Makers, I'm not sure. And then these definitely came. These are definitely Makers things. One lot of these came in a lucky dip, and one was, this might have come in a lucky dip bag, what part of a pack in a lucky dip bag, and this was from the Enchanted Forest pack, I think. Anyway, they've all come from the Makers one way or another. So I've put these in with it and I hope this will be enough, but I can always add in more if I have to. And what I've done is buy myself this PDF. I'm going to quickly show you on screen. Here's I've got the Maker's Flock corner up. Little peek at the free PDFs we've got in for this month. They look that looks so cute. And then here is the PDF I've just bought myself. So the PDFs are £6. I don't know if they're all £6. I think they're all £6. They're really, really good. Lots and lots of photos, really clear instructions for every single step of the way. Lots of tips, and there's usually a YouTube tutorial that goes along with. I don't know if there is with this one. Have I seen it? There are lots and lots of brilliant free tutorials on their YouTube channel. I haven't got the little crown. I will either make a crown, or they do sell the little crowns. I might have to treat myself to some because it would be really cute for lots of things. Or I'm sure I've got the way with it. I've got so much stuff in this room. I'm sure I can make myself a little crown. So this is a little frog prince holding onto a huge red heart, and I think that is just adorable. I will put a link to the Makers in the description box below this video, of course, if you want to check them out. I think what I'm going to do first is go into this month's box, the July box, and see what's in there, and then I'm just going to show you some little kind of clips of the making of the frog prints. I can't show it all, it's not my tutorial to share kind of thing, but I'll just show you some little clips just to show you how brilliant the instructions are. It says easy beginner, so you wouldn't look at that and think that would be easy for a beginner, would you? But believe me that it's much easier than you think it's going to be. So let's put all of this from last month out the way for a minute and go in and see what we got this month. As I said, kind of half. I've seen peaks already, but I didn't look too closely. Even their packaging is all very environmentally friendly. Everything as sustainable as possible. You do get some plastic bags with the holding the wool, but that's to keep the wool in good condition, and I do reuse them over and over again. So it's supposed to be just samples, but it really is. It's a good box full, as you can see, and it's not, the Makers membership isn't just about what is in the box physically. There are also lots of benefits with membership: discounts, special offers coming up, the tutorials, the monthly flock gathering, lots of different benefits that you don't actually see in the box. And you can actually get a digital only membership as well, so you just get all of the fringe benefits without the actual samples. Look at this, adorable. So the July Makers box, that's the main box, not this one, is a hedgehog this month. This month we're making a hedgehog, learning how to create textured spiky spines. Harvest Mouse Masterclass. This is with, I don't know how you say her name, is it Agnes Davies? Agnes, Agnes. But anyway, you can see it there. 5-part recorded masterclass. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. July's theme is all about needle cushions, and this is where I say that it just fits so well with the project I had in mind. Keep an eye out for the launch of our holiday bundle, perfect selection of needle felty goodies to take away with you. Oh, that would also fit with the project I've got in mind. A launch of brand new miniature accessories to customise your makes with. Look at this tiny weeny craft mat. Celebrating 1 whole year of the Makers Flock subscription. So after it, people who've been a member for a year can now choose to continue their membership, and they become fellows. Flock fellows. To celebrate, we'll be holding the second part of this month's flock gathering on our main Makers Facebook page. This is where we will be making a needle cushion. Great for storing those felting needles. So that's Monday 29th of July at 7:30 p.m. So if you would like to get, let me come back up here so I can talk to you. If you would like to get a little peek at what the flock gatherings are like, because anyone can join the Makers Facebook page, I believe. I don't think you have to be a Makers member or anything like that. You can join the Facebook page, and then just this time, normally the flock gatherings are just open to flock members. Just this time, it's like a little open evening, I guess. You can join in and see what goes on, see what the truth. Steffi always makes me smile. I rarely manage to catch the flock gatherings live because it's just such an awkward time for me. It's 7 p.m. UK time. It's probably a perfect time for most people. For me, it just happens to be a bit awkward. But you can always watch them afterwards as well. So, but yeah, if you want to get a little peek at what's involved, that's a good way to do it. And then they also look at what's in the box and everything, and show you what you can create with the contents of your Makers Flock box. This is the Flock newsletter. Congratulations to our new Flock fellows for completing 12 months of membership. Here's the little letter from Steffi. Oh, look at this. Look at these. Don't want to look too much yet. I just want to have a look in the box first. This is another one of the membership benefits. So the Subs Club collection, you get 20% off a different range of each month. So this time it's all felting needles. 20% off all felting needles. It's always tempting. It's always tempting. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side for a minute and let's have a look in the box. Ooh. So this is obviously a little slice of wood to create the stand for our project for this month. You always get one of these sheep swatch samples. I've got a whole little flock of sheep now, so where's my one from last month? So last month's was this beautiful, what's it, Australian green tones tops. Beautiful different shades of green in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Much nicer even in real life than the camera makes it look, but you can see, get a good idea. Really beautiful. I don't think I'll be using that on my frog. I might. So what is this one? Luxury Core Bats. So bats, those were tops that I showed you. Bats are the ones, these are the same, where you can see they're all going in different directions. So they felt together more quickly, but the tops like these, I'll give you a smooth top coat, and you usually use them to add detail and colour to the top, to the surface. This does feel beautiful. And we've all got this thing about, it was a running joke at the birthday party and the flock tutorial before that, where we all agreed that nobody wants to undress the sheep. Although I have had a little idea about that. So let's see what we've got in here. Now this I recognise because I've actually pulled some of it out there. Look, that's the same, isn't it? That's what I got this in I think it's the Enchanted Forest pack, and I absolutely love it because it is a beautiful shade of green, but it's also got these little dots of other colours in there. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Really lovely. That's quite a nice generous amount there, isn't it? This is tops, so you can see all the fibres lying in one direction, and look, I'm a sucker for a rainbow. Just look at that, how beautiful. And more bats in this lovely kind of mottly and very natural kind of browns and beiges in there. Is that it? Am I missing anything? No, that's it. But you can see, although they call them try me, some kind of samples, you can see it's quite a generous amount. Let's now have a look at what these. So, Try Me products: wooden disc, green rainbow drops bats. So rainbow drops because it's got those colours dotted in there. Flower garden tops and milk sheep bats. Milk sheep bats. And this is the luxury organic core wool. A good substitute for those who are allergic to lanolin. Oh, that's interesting. So they take the lanolin out of it, do they? I thought all wool had lanolin in. I can't say lanolin. That is interesting. You may remember a live stream from 2 years ago where we made a mini landscape scene in a teacup. So much fun to make up the little details. Your free PDF instructions this month, so as I gave you a little peek at just now, are projects that use a little wooden base that could be used as a pin or needle cushion too. Having a stash of wooden bases is always a good idea. I do have a stash of wooden bases. And you can stand your little animals and things like that on them as well. They're like a picture frame is to a painting. I like that. So I think what I'm going to do is keep my hands off these for now and wait until I've seen the tutorial, the monthly flock gathering, which will be the one that everybody can come along to. So that is July, hang on, let me just get the date right. Monday 29th of July on the main Facebook page. I will put a link to that, so if you fancy coming along and finding out how to make this, I'm guessing we'll get what Steffi's going to be showing us is how to make this kind of a thing. Look at these cottages. I will wait and watch that gathering, that tutorial, before I start wading into this one, and I will have a look. Hang on, let me go back here again and show you. Here we go. I've also got these free PDFs with my flock membership, so there's this lovely little cozy cottage scene. I think I'm probably quite in favour of doing that actually. Woodland pincushion also looks fantastic, and I love the idea of making one in a teacup. And there's this swan as well. How cute is that? Yeah, I'm going to put all of that to one side for now. Let's come back. I'm going to have a go at this frog. As I say, I'm not going to show you all the way through because I can't. It's not my tutorial to share. I just thought you might be interested to see some little glimpse of how it comes together, and we'll see if it really is as beginner friendly as I hope it is. I'm slightly substituting the materials, but not too much. Not too much. I don't think it's going to matter that my pipe cleaners are the wrong colour. I'm sure I can get around it. Touch wood. Wish me luck. I'm going in. Let's get my face off here now. The instructions are very detailed. So it's telling me to take my pipe cleaner and turn the ends in by 3 centimetres at each end. Using my lovely scissors I got in the Maker's Party bag. Okay, that's my beginnings of my foot. I've got to start wrapping my wool around now. Let's start off with some of this that we actually had in the box. And I'll try and remember all the tips that Steffi gave us about wrapping. So I'm just pulling this out very gently. mind with wrapping, you've got to not twist it around as you go. You don't want to go, she said, you don't want to kind of go like this because you twist it. You want to imagine it as a flat piece of ribbon and kind of more fold it around the wire so it stays flat. And I'm going to start wrapping my wool around where these join. She explains every little detail, every little problem you come across. You can bet your life she will have thought of it and answered the question in the next sentence. I'm not using a cotton covered pipe cleaner, which is what she's saying to use here, but I'm hoping it will work for me. And it looks like the idea is to wrap up this toe, back down again, wrap it really tightly, and it says to leave just the end exposed, but then the end is a different colour on this one, so I'm probably not going to leave the end exposed because my end isn't the right colour. If I want to add a different colour on the end, I'll wrap some more wool around later on. I'm just going to have to adapt a little bit for what in the materials that I've got. Okay, I'm going to wrap this bit and I'll be back. Okay, so as we always tend to, I'm slightly going my own way with this. So I've done the armature of the foot as described in a PDF as well as I can. It's not perfect, and I think really I probably shouldn't have used the darker green for this. I probably should have gone with this for the legs and feet. So what I'm going to do is just put a little top coat of this the rainbow spotted green. That's from the Enchanted Forest pack, and I'm just going to take a little just you know, a wisp of it and just wrap again, just to lighten up that colour a little bit. And then for the toes, because my pipe cleaners aren't orange in the middle, they're green in the middle, I'm going to add some orange. And I've got another colour out of the Enchanted Forest pack, which is this orange, but it's not a flat orange. You can see it's got different colours around it, which I really like. So I'm just going to wrap the toes in that. The instructions do say if you need to, you can just use your needle and just sort of felt into the foot a little bit to firm it all up. So I'm going to do that because my wrapping skills aren't all that yet. I've probably not gone quite tightly enough. So I will do that. I need a little bit more of the green going up here and here, and then I will add the orange to the toes. And then the idea is that I will carry on wrapping the green up to here and do the other end and then do another leg to match. So I'll be back when I've done. Right, I've done 2 sets of legs. I don't think my wrapping was excellent. It's going to take a bit of practice to do it as well as Steffi does it, but it's good enough. I did felt it down as well, especially around the feet. I had a look at a couple of photo references, or a few photo references. Let me just show you of tree frogs, because I know they have those lovely orange toes. So I've had a look at that, and based on that, oh look, baby tree frogs. I've wrapped with some orange wool. I think this set of legs has come out a little bit skinnier and this one's a little bit fatter, so I'm going to make these the back legs. So now I'm following the instructions to make the armature for the body. So you fold that in half, and then it says about 5 centimeters down, you twist it around. Okay. Oops. I think maybe my pipe cleaner might not be quite as long as, I don't know, they're a standard length. I think you do get extra long ones. My pipe cleaner might not be. Carry on twisting for about 4 or 5 centimetres. Okay. How cute is that already? Fatten the frog up by adding layers around his middle. Well, it's a chunky monkey for a frog. Steffi's tips have been really handy. The instructions are brilliant. There's, you know, she tells you every step of the way how to gradually build up this shape and what you're aiming at, all the measurements that you need just to check you're going in the right direction. And the great thing is that although I thought I had to add some more from my stash, in fact it looks like I could easily have done this with just what was in the box, and I could make as many of these as I like. Now I've got that PDF forever, and I can take these same skills that I'm learning with this project into other projects in the future as well. So you learn something every time. Okay, I think the next step is to fill out the body a bit, and then we'll be working on the head, and then he'll start to have a little personality, if he hasn't got one already. So we're gradually building up the shape of the head now. Apparently the underside has to be flat with a slight dome on the upper side. So okay, that's sort of giving me what I want, I think. And then we're adding wads of wool to shape the head out. So one wad of wool on one side and one on the other. Let's pull off 2 wads at the same time to keep them the same. I'm just going to keep on following this PDF. There's plenty of pictures to show me what I'm aiming at. And apparently I should end up with about 3.5 centimetres across the widest part, narrowing down to 3 centimetres across the narrowest part, across what will become the nose. Then I'll be shaping the eyes. Okay, I think I've got the main kind of body of my frog done. I've just got to concentrate on the details of the head now. I'm hoping I've got the head shape about right. The profile looks about like it looks in the PDF, so fingers crossed I've got it about right. So now the idea is I bend that forward a little bit, because of course this will all be posable because it's pipe cleaners inside. And now we're going to make the kind of eyes which will shape the head. And I'm supposed to end up with 2 kind of jelly bean size bits, so I'm thinking if I start off with 2 equal sized blobs, yeah, I'm just going to kind of roll this into a sausage shape and create a kind of jelly bean size and shape. I'm going to worry if they're not exactly the same. I have a suspicion my frog will be slightly wonky. I've just realised the instructions, although they include about the same amount of red wool as green wool, which implies that that's enough for the red heart, they don't actually include instructions for the heart shape. But I'm kind of thinking a heart shape is so simple, maybe they just didn't need to include it. So I will just use the red that I've got there to make a nice big fat wonky heart. I'm aiming for this to turn into a little fat sausage about jelly bean size, and then I'll make another one just the same, and then the idea is that we bend them over like that and felt them onto the head. I will go quiet again now and just show a couple of clips. Once I've done that, then I've got to put the I don't know if it was orange or red that they say to use inside, probably orange to use to create the kind of outside of the eyeball. And then Steffi's used little glass bead eyes, insertable eyes. I think I'll do what I've done before and use some of the brads that I've got stashed away, because I've got so many from back in the day when I used to use a lot of brads for scrapbooking and stuff. I've got such a lot to use up. I'll do that, and if I want it a bit shinier, I'll just add some varnish or something. I'm sure I can make the brads work. It's been pretty simple. It's hard to say how long it's taken because I've stopped and gone and got dinner and things. I know it took me a couple of hours to get the body shape. I reckon this is probably going to be 3 or 4 hours altogether, but for me that's quick. I know I'm a slow worker, and certainly there was nothing difficult about this. If you just read the instructions carefully, then read them again, then start in, everything is explained, and I know that the things that I've learned making this little project will be carried forward into other projects in the future. Yeah. And you know, look how much this was the wool that came with last month's Maker's Flock box. I got these out thinking I would need all of these as well, but I clearly didn't, because look, you know, I've mostly used this, and I've not even used all of it now. I've got plenty left to finish this project off with. So yeah, I can make a few more frogs. So I'm just kind of following the natural line that seems to have formed there now to create my mouth. And if you just keep going over it, just slowly following the line, and put the needle in carefully, following that line over and over again, it really will kind of accentuate that line. And I think it's one of the things I love about doing little felted projects, is that this is the kind of thing that happens, you know, your little character is going to have a completely different personality from someone else's, because it just depends on how it works out. And I love that little goofy expression he's ended up with. And I didn't plan that. I'm just following this line that seemed to naturally happen. I really like that. And even following a very detailed set of instructions like this, and using the same supplies as another person, you're still going to end up with a unique little character. He's so cute. Right, he needs another eye. He needs the black part of his eye. I don't think I'm going to put a brad in there. I think I'm going to do it with black felt. Find a little wisp of black felt to add for the pupil part of the eye. I need to do nostrils. Yeah. How cute is that? Okay, I'm going to finish him off and make a heart shape to go with. I think for the heart shape I'm just going to use the red wool that came in the June Maker's Flock box. Whatever size heart that turns into is fine, because the instructions don't seem to cover that anyway. So yeah. I love him. I was thinking of giving him away, but I don't think I can now. How adorable is he? Here we go, he's all done. I think he's really cute, very poseable. Chuffed to bits with that. I learned a lot doing this, and I will definitely have a go at some more frogs. I imagine if you did 6 frogs, you'd get 6 completely different results following the same thing, because they just develop a little personality of their own as you go along. I just think that's, yeah, adorable. So this is the July box, all waiting to go. And this is what, oh, where's it? This is what I made with the June box. So really, I think I could have done it with the contents of the June box. I just would have had to add in this a wisp of orange for the toes, and the tiniest little pinch of black for the eyes. Or I could have tried using brads again, like I did before. I don't think he needs a crown really. I think he's fine without a crown. See if I can get him a bit nearer. So yeah, there he is. That's my little frog prince finished. I'm thrilled to bits with him. I will try and get some better photos and show him off, because the camera's just really not doing it justice at the moment. I think I was probably meant to put a little bit more around the body. Actually, I think it probably could do a little bit more padding around the body. But yeah, great fun. Really fun little project, and I will enjoy doing a few more of those, definitely. Thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.